Good evening, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy episode fucking 40. That's right, baby. We done did the damn thing. 40 whole episodes of Longtime Watcher, First Time Writer. Can you believe it? Look how far we've come.
It's pretty wild. Like, I don't know what podcasts tend to average by any means, but that's a lot. That's a lot of podcasts.
Yeah. That's a lot of podcasts that we've presented to you. And here's some more. We're doing episode 40 of Longtime Watcher, First Time Writer. As always, I am your longtime watcher, King Fats the 95th, joined as always by my wonderful writer crew, Action Shakespeare.
Hello.
B-Drops.
Hello.
And I'm just going to go with Gopher for now.
Fair enough.
I have no idea how far we are in the rebrand process.
Taking the time to reconsider the name choices I have made for myself, and if they're mistakes, and by next the next series, it'll be one way or the other.
Very fair.
But hello.
But yeah, what's poppin', y'all? Hope you're having a good Friday. We're gonna talk about some good ass episodes of Kamen Rider. For my personal money, episodes 84 and 85. Those are, once I get the thing pulled up again, those are Rider in Peril, Isogun Jaguar's Hellish Trap, and the Sludge Monster, Terrifying Killer Smog. But before we get to those, we're going to get to the best part of this damn podcast, and that's the death count with B-Drops.
Perhaps don't get your hopes up too awful much for this particular death count, I must preface.
I still think it's the best part.
Oh, well, I'm very happy if you enjoy it, and I'm very happy if all you wonderful folks at home enjoy it.
Listen, love to see number go up.
It is nice to see number go up. We will still get a little of that, for sure. So you can always be guaranteed of at least one death per episode, generally speaking.
Traditionally.
Yeah. The statistics for both of these episodes are identical. Kamen Rider gets 1 kill, being the big bad, each episode, and Gel Shocker gets 2, for whatever reason, each, by killing civilians.
Huzzah!
Couples night, woo!
Yeah!
What a thing to huzzah.
Well, listen,
I mean, better to go together.
Go up.
I know, number go up. Brain
Number?
dopamine go up too, but
yeah,
still.
Stop having bigger number.
Yeah.
Stop having your number be bigger.
Never. My number will always be bigger.
That's so big of you.
Yeah, now he's flexing.
Listen, they don't call me King Fats for nothing.
Speaking of Never Grow Up, that will give us, as I said, 2 kills for Takeshi Hongo, bringing him up to 198 kills out of 492 for Team Kamen Rider.
All by himself. I'm so proud of him.
Almost, yeah. Given how much of the series he was just completely absent for, he is not doing too bad.
Not at all. And then you said how many total Kamen Rider kills is that?
492.
Woo! Oh, we are so close to 500.
So excited, and I think we're going to get there very, very soon.
True.
Gel Shocker, 4 kills with these 2 episodes, bringing them up to 21 kills out of 240 for Team Shocker.
I mean, yeah, boo.
Yeah, not the worst track record, though, thus far, for the not being around for that long. We'll see how it goes. Oh boy howdy, we'll see how it goes, but we'll get to that later. And that gives us 6 total kills for these 2 episodes, bringing us to a grand total of 782 kills as of Kamen Rider episode 83.
Wow.
I'm still holding out hope for the 1,000 kills.
Same here.
Fingers crossed.
I believe
Holding out hope for like 2 episodes where it's just like 50.
Yeah, like I want...
Just a whole city goes up.
Like,
well,
Doom...
to be fair,
Like it's Doom 1 and 2 covers, except it's just Hongo pulling out a shotgun.
Yeah, just mountains of mooks.
Exactly.
We did take out an apartment complex today.
Oh
So
shit!
who knows?
Yeah.
We vaped the shit out of that apartment complex.
I don't know how many you really want to count. I don't know if there's a specific number on that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So that might have to just be on camera.
Yeah, it'll
That's
just
fair.
be whoever I see on camera because I can confirm nothing else.
Yeah, that's fair. My thought was there's that one shot of there's like the one diorama shot, so maybe you could count all the windows you see in that. But I'm certainly not going to make you do more work.
It's more so that I can't guarantee that there's a person behind any one of those windows, let
That's
alone
true.
if
Or
there's
how
more
many.
than one person.
Like,
This is entirely fair.
you probably would average a roughly accurate number, like based on just vacancies plus people who have roommates and such. But I think to keep it as true to form as possible, I think keeping just confirmed kills is good.
Yeah.
This isn't about how many may have died. This is
Mhm.
thus
About
far
how
to
many
keep
we
consistently.
watched die.
Yeah, how many are we certain are dead?
Yeah.
Minimum. This is the baseline number.
How many people did we see perish with our own eyes?
Oh, what?
Well, almost 800 at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe more. Imagine.
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 And speaking of imagine, let's imagine what this episode is like by talking about it. We're starting with episode 84, Rider in Peril, Isogun Jaguars, Hellish Trap. Original air date November 4th, 1972. This is the big one, y'all. This is, there's not much there was no synopsis or plot stuff on the wiki for this one, but there was some information on here that I did know they had that I wanted to make sure I made a point to cover, which is that this is the first episode in the Kamen Rider franchise that was directed by the creator of Kamen Rider, Shotaro Ishinomori. He directs this one. Apparently, it's not the only time he directed an episode. Let's see.
Yeah, it's the only time they made note of it, but
Yeah.
Probably the very early episodes, if any.
Yeah, let's see. The note on here specifically says this was the first episode in the Kamen Rider franchise and the first live-action material in general to be directed by Shotaro Ishinomori himself. It was the only episode in the original series to be co-written by him. He would later return to direct the second half of the series finale to Kamen Rider Stronger.
Wow.
The other fun thing that I wanted to bring up is this episode features a cameo by Ishinomori, who appears as a fisherman who is attacked by Isogun Jaguar.
oh, he's that guy.
Yep, he's that guy.
I did
It's
not
delightful.
recognize. It's hard to recognize him at a younger age. Wow, I've
Yeah.
only ever seen him when he's like middle-aged.
But yeah, that's Ishinomori he was that fisherman.
Hitchcock
Apparently-
himself.
Yeah. This would not be the only time. The only time the Kamen Rider series creator would make a cameo. He later appeared in Kamen Rider Black, Hurry to Onigashima, also as a fisherman, and Shin Kamen Rider Prologue.
Also as a fisherman?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
It
is he a
doesn't
fisherman?
say he's a
also?
fisherman in that one.
Damn.
He better be. like-
I hope so.
At this point.
Yeah,
If you do that twice, that just better be your thing.
that's your bit at that point.
Oh,
But yeah,
man.
Ishinomori directing the episode and doing a lot of fun stuff with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can sum up this episode in 2 words, what would it be?
Aerial
Yeah,
shot.
helicopter B-roll.
Yeah. Helicopter shots, yes.
Yeah, helicopter shots. I'm counting B-roll as one word.
Hyphenated.
See, I
It's
have
hyphenated. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
the weirdest comparisons, I feel.
Hmm?
Tell us your
Um,
weird comparison.
Of one of my notes reads the very last note of the episode reads, I think the sustained shots that add very little take up more percentage of the runtime than they do in Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that's the level of B-roll we're dealing with.
It's not all B-roll. It felt like B-roll, but it
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to be pedantic about it, because I feel like a lot of it was deliberately shot for this purpose.
Yeah.
And was in very specific locations for very specific shots in some cases. But man, there was also just a lot of it that wasn't anything.
Yeah. I think you probably could have made this episode like 18 minutes long and lost literally nothing.
Yeah.
That was definitely like one of the last things I wrote down was like this. Well, I think the opposite direction. I think this episode should have been an hour long.
Yeah.
Like,
because this
way,
man
right?
was soaking in it.
He really was.
Like, I mentioned 2049 for that reason, because that movie is like 2.5 hours long, because it is so self-indulgent in just like having a person walk for like 5 minutes uninterrupted.
That's the noir, baby.
Yeah. And so, like, if they had that stuff with Kamen Rider and they had that runtime, that'd be great. But it's just kind of this middle ground.
Shame that we'll maybe not ever get another longer Ishinomori episode.
God,
I don't know how long that strongest finale is.
What if?
But yeah, I think overall, though, I think the cinematography was a lot more unique and purposeful in this episode. Even if it was like kind of weird in some spots and weirdly sustained in others, but like there was a pretty interesting variety of shots, and like both on foot and with people and like with set pieces and moments. Like,
yeah,
it was like a damn film. I think the guy had something going, but I think he needed a little, maybe someone in his ear a little bit.
Maybe.
The pacing was weird, and I perfectly agree with, contradictorily, both Gopher and Shakes on the point of this feels like it could have been half or double the amount of time that it was.
True.
Yeah, I don't disagree with the half, because you could have snipped
like,
so much of this.
Yeah.
If you wanted to be regular Kamen Rider pacing.
Episode is not that juicy. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, if this was half of the what it actually was, it'd just be the pacing of a normal Kamen Rider episode. But like, damn, I would really love to see the extended cut. You know?
Imagine. I just got it kind of in my brain. Like, imagine if like Shin Kamen Rider is filmed like this.
Oh.
Like, it's just that kind of more art house kind of cinematography. That'd be real good.
I'd fucking love that.
It's Anno, so
yeah, like, it's not out of the question.
True.
It's not remotely out of the question.
That's exciting to think about.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like that is why I'm glad we started with Ichigo.
Yeah.
I feel like this is really giving us a great... It is literally the foundation, and I'm glad this project has begun with it, for better or worse.
Yeah. Like, as much as, especially towards the middle there, I had my complaints vis-a-vis length. Truly,
I'll get to it.
Truly, I am very happy that we did end up starting with Ichigo, because there was just so much cool and unique stuff to explore in this series. And I'm glad that we got to check it all out.
Yeah, it was a real bell curve of
Yeah.
Approval for this decision, wherein at the beginning, 100%, this was the best decision, this is great, we're all behind this. And then in the middle, oh god, we have 40 episodes to go, and
yeah, we have an entire another season of Kamen Rider to go.
Yeah, but now that we're approaching the end, we can once again have an appreciation for it.
Yeah.
Like
Which, to be fair, that's certainly not because of the efforts of the show. They're definitely working on giving us more to appreciate nowadays, and I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
I think when we were at the middle peak, at least for me, there was always this part of like, there is so much longer to go.
Mm-hmm.
And like now after this episode, we've got like 6.
Yeah, that's the thing, is we are rapidly approaching the finish line.
And it's very confusing for me to have that be a thing. But even throughout the middle of the show, there's always been like, even though there's like this really long bit to go through, there's always been this kind of appreciation for the art evolution. And I think Shakes has mentioned this, or is kind of like on the same track of just like to have a perspective of this, and then anything else in the future is going to be great. As we've been watching this, I've been doing my like kind of kaiju / Godzilla retrospective, and I got up to the 90s, and specifically Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, and that's when it clicked for me. I was like, this is the foundation of Final Wars.
Yes.
And I'm just like, without this, like with this context, I can appreciate what and how it devolved and evolved and changed. And I think if we have even a fraction of that with Kamen Rider, that's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, very, very much so. In the same boat. I mean, yeah, I will definitely tell you, it's gonna get wild in the future. So hold on to your butts, as it were.
Both cheeks. Let's
both
go.
Cheeks.
You got
Listen.
it, Dr. Arnold.
You're joking, but there are some of these series you are really gonna want to make sure you've got both cheeks strapped in.
Yeah, I'm not.
Or you will get fucking whiplash.
I'm not ready.
Ass whiplash?
Ass whiplash. Yeah, you thought it wasn't possible. Tell that to your fractured ass.
Damn.
Diagnosis: fractured ass.
I have not had that, but I have hurt my tailbone pretty bad before. It's not
Well,
fun. Not being able to sit.
No,
Seems
this is
painful.
why I need a new chair, because I'm sitting at this chair for like 3 hours, and I just happened to sit at it wrong, and now my tailbone hurts. So it's like,
That's no buenos.
like I
Get your
I think
Get yourself something from Office Depot or something, go to Staples,
Yeah.
find one that's like made by Lazy Boy or something, and just get that, because it's gonna be much better than anything else.
I
Don't
need
get
the
a gamer chair.
currency. Oh God.
Yeah, that
Oh.
too. Okay, you might not be able to get the really nice, but most office chairs
No.
are just made to be sat in for hours.
I can't get like that $3,000 chair that's like the size of a sofa, but also like has all of the features of a Lazy Boy. Like I just can't get that, which is unfortunate.
Well, Lazy Boy doesn't, they just make normal chairs too. It's just a brand. The one I got is Lazy Boy. It was about $200, I
That's
think.
not bad.
That's
They built it for me, so it's sturdy.
that's
Nice.
like 175 out of my price range, but it's good to know.
Yeah. Save those pennies for your
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah. Your ass will thank you.
Hey, so I guess we should talk about the
We
episode.
should probably talk about the episode.
Yeah, we
yeah.
should talk about the episode.
Most
Most of that was Kamen Rider related.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now that we're kind of all the chair talk.
Speaking of fractured asses.
Oh, now we have to keep it in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh no.
Listen, I probably would have found a way to sneak another fractured ass in there somewhere.
Sneak it in.
Sneak it in.
I'm just saying, I reviewed episode 38, and I'm just surprised of some of the stuff that got kept in. That's all.
That's fair. We went on some tangents.
Little
I was
bit.
also re-listening to it partially today while I was at work. Anyway, episode 84. Here's how it starts. The episode opens overlooking a city as the narration explains the relationship between Gel Shocker and Kamen Rider. That was the best thing I could think of to put for how this episode opens. Because this episode opens so weird compared to other episodes.
It's like 2 straight minutes of helicopter shots.
Yeah.
This actually kind of further proves Shakes' point of it should have been a movie.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Because this is like an intro thing for a movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they should have been rolling the credits during that.
Yeah, it should have been like
You're
an opening.
During all
right.
this.
God, that would be so good.
Playing the Twin Peaks theme.
Yeah.
We then go to a beach where we see a man walking out of the ocean. He is getting subliminal messages from General Black to kill Kamen Rider. When the man says he could never do something so horrible, General Black reveals that Jail Shocker has turned him into the cyborg Isogin Jaguar.
Simba.
Simba.
Kill the Kamen Rider.
You've forgotten who you
Remember who you are.
Yeah.
An urchin jaguar, man.
This is CNN.
You must avenge my death, Kimba. I mean Simba. Yeah.
We then cut to Choco with a young girl named Maki, whose father has been missing for 10 days. Taki arrives, and soon the group is attacked by the Gel Shocker Mooks, who kidnap Maki.
Your synopsis fails to talk about how he killed the director immediately.
Yeah, I did skip that part. But I knew we were going to talk about it, so it's fine.
He pissed all over him and he exploded.
He did pee. He did pee on that man from his back. He said, "Check out my back urine."
Like an ocelot. Just spray.
Wretched.
Do we want to talk about his design? Because my main note on his design is I love his pink little rain booties.
He do have pink little rain booties. That's one thing about him you gotta know. Well, we should talk about his design. We've seen him in the episode at this point.
He breaks the mold. This picture isn't accurate because he doesn't have the pink booties.
No booties.
Yeah, I don't know why the picture is wrong color booties, but the rest of this is right.
Weirdly broke the mold on that.
Yeah.
Which I'm not complaining. It was precious and fun.
Precious.
I really dig the way this guy looks.
No, yeah, I love this thing.
It's a good design. I don't know why this never tracked for me until I just now seeing this picture I posted. But the use of his tail to add texture to the waist and the leg, is so
it's
good.
Real good, yeah.
It's fun.
It's such a fun thing. So I don't know. I keep misremembering what his Japanese name is.
Isogin Jaguar.
Isogin Jaguar. Urchin Jaguar,
Yeah.
basically. Where do we even begin?
Let's start with the base of the jaguar skin, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He has a pretty standard jaguar body, like
Yeah.
what you might expect. Not furry, but like a pattern on latex.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as we said, the tail is coiled around his waist and then coils down one of his legs. It is very long.
Yeah, this dude's tail is long as shit.
It's like a bee drops long tail, you know?
Listen,
Well,
it's
you got
comments
me there.
comments like this are what makes B stop doing that stuff. I wasn't gonna say anything.
We're all complimenting it.
I don't know if I'll be able to stop, honestly.
Good.
Don't
Yeah,
stop.
that's part of the thing.
Make the tails
can't.
longer.
I like this tail thing not only because it's just a fun little thing to notice, but it also kind of keeps certain shapes and textures in line with each other because he's also, up in his head is what is sort of a jaguar head, but it's pink.
Yeah.
And it's got a bunch of tendrils coming out of it and a big old tube mouth.
He got a sucker.
He's got a sucker mouth like a leech, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that one guy from Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
And he will use it.
Oh, he gonna suck.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it keeps kind of like the textures like very similar. So it's
Mhm.
like you have these weird bulges. these I don't know how to describe it. Tubey bulges.
Yeah.
I guess is what I'm. That go with all the tendrils.
Protrudences.
Yeah, it's little anemone appendages.
Mm-hmm. And
If you've ever seen an anemone.
One more, Explorer!
Whoa!
Truly, like that film is great. It's a classic. Truly, that is one of the best jokes in the whole film. All right, good. Don't hurt yourself. Welcome aboard, Explorer.
Just immediately into the shtick.
Well, still on the
yeah.
topic of this guy, my brain just broke a little bit because on the wiki it labels him as 75 kilograms.
What does that translate into real weight?
Yeah,
kilograms. That is 165 pounds.
Oh,
damn, light as a feather.
Right?
Yeah.
He's
a
fucking,
cruiserweight.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
You don't wrestle in AJ Styles.
Like, no wonder they can be thrown around. They weigh like 20 pounds more than me.
Look,
yeah, I could chuck this guy.
You gotta be live if you want to be a fucking Gel Shocker Kaijin.
You gotta get light.
Yeah.
Also, just of note, he has one Jaguar gripper and one Anemone gripper.
Yeah.
All things in perfect balance.
Yeah. We were, or at least you guys, I was never all that against the fusion as opposed to the cut in half style of
Listen, we were against it last episode because it sucked.
That's fair. That's fair. I think this is a great example.
Yeah, this is a fantastic example of it not sucking. This is them not committing to it, but like in a good way.
I think B had mentioned the V3 designs and saying that they take a similar premise and do it much better.
Yes, they take an animal and they take a weapon. It's great. You get like Machine Gun Shark, that sort of thing.
Or in
Machine Gun Kelly.
The first episode, TV Fly. But
hey, you know what?
That guy is great. But I think I bring it up because I think that this is starting to reflect that.
Yeah.
I think so too, yes.
Like, it takes concepts of both of them and kind of melds them together in a way that seems unnatural but still coherent within like a kind of biomechanical way, and I really think that's cool.
Yeah, all in all, this is a real good suit and a real good design. And apparently the people who worked on Kamen Rider agreed with me. I don't know if anyone checked out the image that I posted under the spoiler tag previously, but for anyone who wants to take a look and does not mind insanely minor spoilers for Kamen Rider O's, while Kamen Rider O's was airing, Kamen Rider had its 1000th episode. And so they kind of... Yeah, so they took a quick sojourn from the main plot of the show, while still sprinkling some plot elements in to have like a special anniversary thing, where basically the plot of the show is that the cast of O's gets put on tap to make a Kamen Rider movie in order to celebrate the 1000th episode. And part of that plot is that a honest-to-God from the original Shocker Mook becomes part of the cast of the movie, and he gets used by one of the bad guys to try and make a Kaijin to defeat Kamen Rider. And the Kaijin that he makes in that episode is not Isoguin Jaguar, but Ika Jaguar. So instead of a Jaguar anemone, it's a Jaguar squid, but the design is almost the exact same as Isoguin Jaguar. Yeah, it's very clearly inspired, and I think that's really cool that they called back to this design specifically, which probably either it was just they liked this design or specifically because this was the episode that Ishinomori directed himself. But like as soon as I saw Isoguin Jaguar in like the next episode preview, I was like, oh shit, so that's where they got that design from. And just super cool to watch it get reused and also kind of remixed in a way.
So I have a lot of thoughts on this image of the suit. Of just one, I can sort of see like the skeletal structure under it, which reminds me of the old nukes.
I'm pretty sure that's intentional.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then also this guy is a meaty Swiss cheese Jaguar.
Yeah.
And I cannot unsee it. Not that I'm opposed. But Damn.
Yeah,
holes
seafood
in
and
'em.
cheese. It can work.
Delicious.
Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, this
He
is
looks
a dope
tasty.
dope
Yeah,
design and a really cool homage. So I wanted to
Tasty.
make sure that people got a chance to check it out.
Hungry.
Oh no.
Eat some graham
Oh,
crackers.
hungry for eat some Teddy Grahams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have any Teddy
Go,
Grahams.
you can go out to the store on break and get some Teddy Grahams.
How
What
close
state
to a
do you
store do
think
you
we
think
live in?
I don't like how far away is your store?
If I walk, that is probably literally going to be like a 2-hour walk
Oh
there.
my god.
Yeah. Again, I reiterate, what state do you think we live in?
Suburbs and cities.
I don't know. I just have like a corner store.
Okay, yeah, I also have a corner store, but they don't have any fucking Teddy Grahams.
Corner store's about the same distance, I think.
What?
Ouch.
Uh,
You live far away from the corner.
Yes. Mine is like a
Drive the
7-minute
car.
walk.
Well, that's what you get for not living in Texas.
Let your heart.
I guess the difference is like there's like there's like the corner store and then there's like the other like more market area and then that's kind of it for the entire city.
Fair enough.
It's all it's condensed,
I
and
mean-
then there's nothing.
That's
It's
not
efficient.
true at all, but it feels true.
Nothing but trees.
Oh, I
I
wish.
apologize that I cannot get any Teddy Grahams during the break. Lest I
probably could.
vanish for most of the rest of the night.
You know,
Okay.
you'd be within your rights.
No.
Okay.
It
my
would be a
grocery
noble
store has some Teddy
pursuit,
Grahams.
but I appreciate your company on the second part in the second half of the episode as well.
True.
Unless you want to boot me out. In which case, I
No.
will sulk and get some Teddy Grahams.
No.
We can't even boot you out. You're the owner of this call.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're right.
We've been
Oh my
played.
god. I'm the boss now.
Oh
Yeah,
god,
you can kick us out to get you Teddy Grahams.
Exactly.
Well, only one of you lives within reasonable distance of getting me Teddy Grahams.
All right.
You're not in reasonable
See you
distance of
fuckers
getting you
later.
Teddy Grahams.
No, that was not a delegation.
What's your favorite Teddy Grahams? Answer in the comments below.
There is
Yeah,
a right
please also-
answer, I swear to God.
That being
I want
said,
to know your
Chocolatey
sincere
chip.
speaking of food,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
and apparently not easily accessible food, sea lion. This man also kind of has a sea lion vibe, especially in the Showa era of this episode. Like just
Yeah,
the way
the long
bit, yeah.
face.
his
Just
face and tentacles are structured for sure.
Whiskos.
Yeah,
A little bit. This man's a googer.
yeah.
He's a
A
what?
what?
This man's a googer.
I don't know what
what?
that is.
Is
but
that a
he
slur?
does-
Can we keep that in?
A googer.
What are you saying?
Here, hold on.
a goofy googer?
I'm sorry, all of you folks are probably going to have to Google this.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to googer this.
The Cougar family from Ancestry.com?
Have you not seen the googer?
I'm not aware of the Google.
No?
I don't Goog often.
I don't
It's a
believe
googer. It's a googer.
Oh my god, he is a cougar.
He is a Googer.
Oh my god. Oh, poor baby.
It's like the Google
Oh,
Earth
the
cat.
goof.
Oh, that's a cougar.
That's a Googer if ever I saw one.
That's a cougar. Christ.
Wow.
Anyway. He does emerge from the water like this too.
I appreciate that he's got the we engage in a little bit of tomfoolery ears.
He's got. Here's another pull. He's got the same energy that the Yeti does in Viva Pinata.
I will have to take your word for it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Until one day when I can find a way to play Viva Pinata. Send us money so we can play Viva Pinata, is what I'm saying. All of us.
Or send us
I
a way
used
to
to have
play
that
Viva
game.
Pinata. Either one will
I'm sad I
work.
got rid of it.
Send us money to buy Teddy Gwams.
Send us money to buy Teddy Clams.
I don't
Man.
remember which one is my favorite, and you could help me
We need-
rekindle
this
that.
is
yeah,
that fondness.
legitimately
I
like
gotta-
the most important mission I've ever. Oh my god! Look at this guy.
All that does. I'm sorry, everybody who has to look this
Oh,
up,
he's
but
the
he's very
waifu.
cute.
Yeah, that is the same guy.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, it's
That's
like,
Google.
If you
that's
wish to have context, please Google Via Pinata jelly. The jelly is with an I. So
What a cute,
cute.
name.
yeah,
It's a
they're
wonderful
all
name.
cute candy puns.
Kamen Rider.
I
Kamen Rider.
think so.
Kamen Rider.
Kamen Rider?
Get fucking pissed on Ishinomori. It's time to die.
Back piss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
spinning back fist.
Spinning back.
He does a flippy. Him do a flippy. It's a
Yeah,
spinning
it's true.
back piss.
The Urcon back piss.
Back piss. Oh man, I can't wait for Eddie to bust out that new finisher on Sammy Guevara.
Oh man. I wish. I fucking wish.
Ooh,
God, so
I
many
have-
people
I-
do.
speaking of the back piss, I looked down at my notes and see that I have two incredibly bad notes, one
Yeah.
after the other.
Hit me with 'em.
They are not remotely in reference to one another, but I guess some people might not recognize that. I don't know. It reads, "Oh no, the piss," for when Ishinomori gets pissed on.
Uh-huh.
And then later on, with all the fun camera angles in the next scene, I say, "Dang, Ishinomori, I love the flavor."
Let me drink that up.
Would prefer
How-
not to.
How wretched a choice of selection you've done in words.
I truly did not intend this.
Oh,
and
I'm sure,
so
which
very
is the
sorry.
sad.
Yeah.
Listen, the greatest of comedy is never intended. It simply happens.
Such devastation. This was not your intention.
No. That's what makes it funnier.
Exactly.
So
Wretched.
Choco's hanging out with her girlfriend.
Yeah, so Shotgun's hanging out with her girlfriend Maki.
Yeah.
Her sad girlfriend.
Taki rides up and is like, "Wow, is this a date?" And yes.
MLM WLW
Yeah.
solidarity for a moment in Kamen Rider.
To be fair, Choco
Spray
did
grape?
just have a picnic basket for no apparent reasons.
I know, right?
I kn-
Well, that's her supply.
No,
It's just
that was her
Maki's gonna
stash.
have to get her own.
like I am quite endeared just to the concept of like specifically the writer girls here of just like being lesbians and fighting against Shocker. I think that's a
Yeah.
fun concept. That would be a real fun side story to follow.
It would be. Somebody make that fanfic so we can read it.
Please.
Please.
Por favor.
We can't afford you to pay anything, but we can talk about teddygrams for another 20 minutes.
We know how much you like that. And also, probably if we can find some time to do a special bonus episode, we'll have you on the show to talk about your good fanfic that you did, that we all read and that we liked.
And tell us about your favorite Teddy Grams.
Yeah,
I
and
was
then,
gonna say that you were saying a special bonus episode exclusively for Teddy Grams.
yes, yeah, $500 on the Patreon, all Teddy Graham episode, maybe.
I mean, sure, I'd do it.
Not guaranteed.
Can't
Well.
speak to the rest.
I'll do an all Teddy Graham episode. Do you think I got enough things to say about Teddy Grahams? Love Teddy Grahams.
I can talk about food perhaps too easily.
Exactly. We've got 3 people on board.
Hell yeah, we don't even need
How
shakes.
about you, Shakes? What?
I'll just eat some Teddy Grahams.
Hell yeah,
So you still
Teddy Graham
don't-
ASMR.
Yeah, I'll just do while you guys are talking.
Like turn on
Crunching into the mic.
turn on like a fan, you know, play some music from 2006 in the background, turn off your mic, or turn off your like noise compression, and just eat Teddy Grahams in the most terrible way possible. There you go.
$500
Yeah.
on the Patreon.
Money well spent.
Yeah.
Anyways,
hey,
stuff
how about,
happens.
Yeah, how about this writer that's common? So yes, as I had mentioned, we cut to Chako, who's with Maki. Her father's been missing for 10 days. Taki arrives soon, and the group is attacked by Gel Shocker Mooks, who kidnap Maki. A message
swanging.
Yeah, they truly real Tarzan tactics.
Yeah, it's tons of dudes on ropes.
Tons of
all
dudes
swinging.
on ropes.
None of them hitting
This is
anything.
the flavor I was talking about.
Yeah. We got a lot of low angle shots of dudes just swanging.
It was fun.
And then Taki punches a guy and pops his squeaker.
Yeah.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
How could you?
The fucking craziest sound effect they've ever had in this. He just punches the guy all over the ground. Just
It is like I think they used a squeak toy. Like I don't know what else they would have used.
I can't.
it
say,
sounded
yeah,
like one breaking.
Yeah.
it sounded exactly like one just popping.
Like, did they I don't know, just put a squeak toy on the ground for like okay, here's your mark.
Just run it over.
Yeah. you want to get here for the camera, and then you just ran it over, and
Yeah.
it just happened to make that sound, and they kept it in. Like I don't know.
I don't know. I truly.
It's so bizarre.
One of life's grandest mysteries is why that man squeak.
Why that man squeak?
Why him squeak? The world may never know.
But we gotta get in the Jaguar-mobile.
Yeah, we gotta
Yeah,
get
the
in
branded car.
I want more branded cars, damn it. Like, as funny as watching a Chakra Cyborg get in nondescript black car is.
It's very special.
It's very good, but also watch me get in this car that's colored the way I am. Da.
Pink lemonade, baby.
Hell yeah.
It's a good combo.
It's really, really quite magical.
We must find that yellow and pink rally car.
Yes.
What are they called? Itakuruma? Those weeb cars that they give away at, like, anime conventions.
Itashas, yeah.
Itasha, yeah. Incredible.
Yeah.
I want one of those.
He's got the fucking Love Life sticker in the corner of the back window.
Get that car.
We're hunting
Get
for
his ass.
we're hunting for Hatsune Miku Itasha.
Mobilize all units. We gotta get this man.
Report if you see a car that looks like Hatsune Miku.
Happy birthday, Miku. It was a couple days ago.
Yeah, happy birthday, Miku.
Well, a couple
Plus
weeks
a week
ago.
now. Or plus 2 weeks now, yeah.
As of the time of this going up, but
Yeah.
Maybe more.
Imagine.
she deserves it. Please wish her happy birthday.
She deserves it. Yeah, so as we've
Speaking
been
of
alluding
things she
to,
deserves.
we gotta scramble the jets. So a message is sent to the Kids Corps, and they mobilize to find the car Maki was taken as.
Like, insanely mobilizing.
It's
like,
my favorite part of this, without a doubt, was the montage shots we have of just pigeons flying through the air, just going nuts.
Yeah.
Like, they did such a good job with this of, really conveying, we are fucking scrambling all the jets. Mobilize
it's
every
insane.
Kid Core unit.
Yeah.
We gotta fucking go.
Calling all kids. Calling all kids.
I think what surprised me both about this scene, or most about the scene, is just the fact that they actually remembered.
Yeah, right?
I was so prepared to never see those pigeons again. And they're right
It's
there.
true.
I'm just like, what
Yeah,
the
well,
hell?
them pigeons.
And then,
Yeah.
we've got the Rider
Ishinomori.
kids, and I'm just like, oh my god, there's two things that are from previous episodes.
Ishinomori not only remembered the pigeons, but he ordered 10 times whatever amount that he saw.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He was like, listen, I know you motherfuckers only
Legions.
have 3 pigeons. I'm not dealing with it.
Ishinomori
At least
walked
a
to the
whole
film
flock.
site and picked up every pigeon he saw on the way.
Crammed them in his pocket.
Yeah.
This is mine.
This is mine.
See, what the
This is
government
fine.
doesn't tell you is there are free pet birds outside. You just gotta be able to pick one up.
Disclaimer, please don't do that.
Unless you want
For-
a rad sickness.
I can't guarantee that the sickness would be rad. I can probably guarantee that it would be the opposite of that. Also, they are delicate little creatures, and you may hurt them. They are birds. Even putting aside that they're small, birds are delicate because they need to be light in order to be able to fly. I'm rambling.
On account of the hollow bones.
On account of the hollow bones. You ever touched a bird titty?
Yes.
It's very soft.
I mean, like, after it's cooked.
Yeah.
No.
I have.
I'm sorry, I'm not I'm not getting intimate with birds. I apologize.
Not in a sexual way.
I haven't had the privilege.
Listen, yeah, no bird has allowed me to touch her titty, and I'm okay with that.
See,
I know that's something you gotta earn.
like I grew up in driving distance to a farm that just kind of lets you hang out.
Okay.
Oh.
So I have indeed pet many a chicken and rooster in my day.
Nice. I fostered a bird once.
Oh yeah.
The only bird titties I'm aware of is that's not right.
Run it back.
Is oh my god. This picture is too big.
Just get the link and copy and paste it.
That's the problem.
Oh boy.
Anyways, is my local restaurant Pollos Maria.
Oh my
Girl.
god.
Dios mío.
which features quite the
Man.
breast of chicken.
Yeah, that's.
What a
Oh,
well
my.
endowed chicken.
But I digress.
Where is she?
Okay, a little under the collar.
Why is she?
No.
Why is
Good
she
God,
looking at me
no.
like that?
I am confounded.
Walk us through your mental process on this one, B.
Why?
She's
She
got-
even got cleavage.
Yeah, she's
She's
letting it all
wearing
hang out.
heels.
She's like the way she is drawn as well emphasizes the butt too.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't help but think, like, when someone commissioned this art for their business, for their local business, they had to contact some artist and say, I want the sign in some sort of a font that reflects the business. It'll say Pollos Maria, Mexican broiled chicken, and I want a chicken mascot. To which they would say, okay, are there any specifications as to what kind of chicken mascot you would like? Like, I could draw them in a little sombrero or something, to which they would say, yes, that's a fantastic idea, but I have other things in mind that I would like additionally to that.
No.
The artist would say, okay, tell me what those other specifications are. To which they would say, she gotta be thick. The artist would say, huh? The commissioner would say, well, I think she should be sexy.
But still recognizably a chicken.
Yeah, recognizably a chicken. Not like a furry, necessarily. She's not like...
No.
She's barely anthropomorphized.
She's like
She is a chicken.
like the amount of anthropomorphization is kind of
Minimal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
well, I have a comparison, but I'm not sure.
You're
if I
gonna have to
should
post
say.
it now.
On the scale.
No, it's just like
Dangerously cheesy scale.
it's just like chicken run levels of anthropomorphization.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just a chicken what walks like a person. Here's my alternate take, B.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody went to an artist and said, "Hey man, I'm starting a business and I need a logo. It's called Pollos Maria.
Mm-hmm.
Can you draw me a chicken lady?" And the artist came back with big titty chicken lady.
Yep. That's my thought exactly.
And that man was like, "Yeah, all right."
Yep.
Do you know what I hate
Just-
very much? Is to an extent I can relate to the sentiment of that being the more true story in the sense that
I should hope so.
sometimes people come back to me because occasionally I am too used to people generally wanting their characters to be very conventionally attractive or
Sure, why not?
sexy. And very occasionally people are like, hey, that's not really the direction I wanted, and I'm like, oh crud,
whoops.
I'm sorry. There's nothing wrong with that, and I will revise it. I'm just not used to people not inherently wanting that 90% of the time. Probably more.
I'm sorry for this tangent.
No, please.
Getting it in.
Poyas Maria.
Look, the last few
Maria.
Don't dox me.
episodes have been shorter. This is going to make up for all that time.
Yeah.
And have us
No, we don't have to resign ourselves to this fate. We can simply move on, and that
Yeah.
can be the end of it. Let's go.
You're right. Thank you for watching. If you can't believe in God, you can always believe in Buddha.
Didn't even. Not only was
I
my
killed
job
him.
stolen from me, but they didn't
It's
even do it
time
right.
for the
See you next
meme.
time on Thunder, you motherfuckers.
I have to do it poorly so the real thing can,
Hits harder.
you know, be released better.
So we scramble out kids,
Yeah, we
and then
scramble
the
jets.
helicopter shots become diegetic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that actually applies to non-sound things, but whatever. Pretend it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Taki just gets himself a helicopter.
Yeah,
and just
heli-chopper.
starts scanning the highway, giving us a traffic report.
Yeah. This is an accident on 995. And 8 yellow cars.
Yeah, what the fuck?
There's so many
many yellow cars out today.
I'm still like 95% sure I did see the car.
You might have.
I mean, it was like all yellow except for like right on the top roof where it was red. I was like, I'm about sure. Who knows? It'd be fucked up if it was just a random car that was like that.
Yeah, it was somebody else just happened to have a yellow and pink car.
Yeah.
The sequence is so funny to me because Taki's got eye in the sky, and you'd think he'd be like, "Oh shit, there it is, everybody good." But no, a random kid happens
Yep.
to see it pass. Gives the rundown. Tachibana sends the word out on radio.
Mhm.
Hongo happens to find it anyways.
Well, doesn't he,
Distinctly
like,
does
turn
not
around?
acknowledge. No, he's just riding along.
Oh. Listen,
Like,
when you're
nothing
good, you're
about
good.
that cut. Nothing about that cut said that he was like, "Oh yeah, shit, I better go out, get this lead." He's kind of like, "Oh hey,
Oh, I was already on that road. Neat.
yeah." For
Which
real.
we do get some good Hongo riding footage.
I was gonna say there's
Yes.
like intense motorcycle POV for a long time.
Very
It's-
dope, if you ask me.
It was fun, but at a certain point, you're just like, "Oh, this is still going."
A little bit.
We
not the first, not the last part of this episode. It's
we
just
let
like,
some
"Oh, this is still
shots
going on."
linger.
We're driving everywhere. We're driving through tunnels. That was fun.
That was fun.
We're getting wheel shots. We're getting like kind of side shots. We're getting fake riding shots. Whipping out the walkie-talkie.
Yeah. Part of the walkie-talkie playset. Now in stores,
Yeah.
just $29.99. All sorts of good stuff.
And then we get a new song while we have this long sustained shot
Long.
of him following a car on a winding road with nothing else happening.
And Disney
It was
music.
so long they needed a new song.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, and it sounds like it should be in Fantasyland at Disneyland.
A little bit. It's very fun.
Yeah. It was maybe not every choice was a hit in this episode. I don't know if we needed to.
I think every choice was fascinating, but I don't think every choice was good.
Yeah,
I
maybe we didn't need to do this one.
And then I guess he pensions at some point, and
Well, yeah, I guess
And
he
then they
starts
just-
losing them, and so he's like, I need to become speed, even though I was
Yeah.
already speed.
I have boost power. I better use it.
Yeah.
Um,
Use the nitro for extra speed.
And then stuff actually starts popping off with explosions, and we get the sickest at like mid card
Yeah.
moment where he jumps off a little hill to an explosion and it freeze frames, and it's honestly super close to what that commercial card is.
Which I think is very intentional.
It was sick as hell. And it immediately comes back and he's still freezing.
Yeah.
We never turn to Kamen Rider.
Already in progress. Yeah, I should, because we hadn't quite got to that part in the synopsis, so I'll cover that bit here very quickly. So yes, as we were saying, as the Kid Corps, Hongo, and Taki search, the getaway is soon spotted by a Kid Corps member. Hongo and Taki give chase, and Hongo arrives first, only for Isogun Jaguar to reveal they let themselves be caught as a means to trap Kamen Rider. Gelshocker springs their trap. Kamen Rider defeats a group of Gelshocker mooks only to face off against Isogun Jaguar. I'm just going to take us to the end of the synopsis here, because there's truly not much. The two face off in a fierce battle while Taki finds Maki. As Taki brings the real Maki to the battle, Hongo encounters a fake bomb Maki, and Maki reveals her father is Isogun Jaguar. Rider uses a Rider precision kick to destroy the device controlling Maki's father, and he is able to transform back after hearing her pleas. We do some fun stuff this episode.
Yeah.
Power of love.
The power of love.
The showdown with the mooks was probably the most unique we've ever had.
It was, yeah, you really hit the nail on the head with that fucking "what are we watching" Samurai Jack pull. It was 100% that shit, and damn it, I loved it. I love it in Samurai Jack, awesome. And I love it in this.
It's just this completely tense, stare down as four mooks are riding up on their motorcycles, far enough where we get the mirage effect too.
Yeah.
The heat waves.
And in that classic Samurai Jack style, it is just dead silent. There is no sound whatsoever. Yeah. It's just cut between footage of the mooks and then a close up of Kamen Rider's face.
Yeah, to maybe a comical degree of how it kept getting closer.
It lasted a little too long for sure, but it's the start of that scene.
Dope as hell.
Fantastic.
It's it was very reminiscent of one of my favorite SpongeBob gags, where he's staring at the horse. It keeps cutting back to him. At the very end, it's really close to SpongeBob, but he has a mustache for 2 frames.
These fight scenes they're fun. They're very fun, especially with the fight against Isogun Jaguar himself specifically. He probably does the most unique things we've ever seen a kaijin do in this show.
Oh yeah,
weird stuff.
He does weird shit, and he has names for it. He's got a 1-frame teleport, and it's bullshit.
Yeah, God,
sus as hell.
And he's got a second head too for extra long tentacles that he can wrestle Kamen Rider with, which is true. Which we're all collectively pretty impressed with.
I think the tentacle stuff is really interesting to me, not only because of just its cool concept, cool execution of it, and it actually impacted the fight. It's not just the cartwheeling mook, God rest his soul. But it's
Shocker Brothers have been dead for a while.
Yeah.
But
rest in peace.
It also kind of shows me that they're willing to try new tech.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of whole episode has been like that, but I think this particular instance was the loudest it was of just we're ready to try things that aren't just wrestling moves. We're ready to cover Hongo in tentacles and restrain him and throw him around. I'm cool.
Yeah.
So I was a big fan of just all of that.
It definitely had less of the sensibilities of all the action scenes in previous Kamen Riders. And was really interesting to think about, because I was very much noticing that fights were made of more cuts than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of punch cut, do a move cut. Whereas other things are very much obviously we have stunt coordinators and dudes who are probably in pro wrestling to some degree, you know, like people doing that kind of work as stunt work. Whereas this, I feel like, spoke more to the vision of someone who probably was more who works on manga.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the fight visuals and choreography were very much based on that kind of vision of individual panels of action.
Yeah, I was thinking also similarly that it just really almost felt like if they didn't tell me that he directed this, but they said he worked on this, my assumption would be that he storyboarded it and they just didn't question anything.
Yeah,
so, like, shot by shot, it's really cool. The pacing is just really weird.
Honestly, I kind of liked it, though.
Oh, yeah,
it was
absolutely.
Fun. It was refreshing.
Yeah, very refreshing. It was just I think it was a really cool way to do the fight. I think it was also a good way to convey what they wanted to in the fight without, like, because there are a lot of seams that are visible, if that makes sense, with the way the, like, old fights were done, where you can kind of always see everyone and you can sort of see how the choreography is set up and everything. And a lot of those scenes were hidden with the way this was done, and I feel like that made a lot of stuff in this fight feel a little more impactful. Maybe that's just me. Yeah. No, just overall, I really dug this fight.
I really enjoyed the choreography, more specifically because this is going to sound like a criticism, no matter how I put it.
Fair enough.
But I think we've all kind of, to an extent at least, felt like the fight choreography had fallen into a bit of a rut. The powers were underutilized or mundane at this point with all the fire breathing.
True.
And a lot of Kaijin versus Kamen Rider fights had largely just been very hand-to-hand with nothing that unique about them.
Yeah.
So seeing this episode's Kaijin fight be so heavily reliant upon his unique ability, which is truly that. Like, I won't say having, like, a tentacle parentheses S that grabs Kamen Riders the most unique, but the way it's implemented for him specifically is unique enough compared to the rest of the ones we've seen thus far.
Yeah.
It's very fun.
Yeah, definitely one of the better shot Kaijin fights in general, I think. We have the set piece because Taki and Maki arrive on the helicopter as the Maki Cupid doll explosion thing happens. Really weird set piece of that fight, but sure.
But not the weirdest.
No.
Weirdest goes to the baby.
Well, I think that was the doll making itself. I think that was supposed to be right. I think that was supposed to be like it forming.
It's
I looking back, I think that's what that was.
Maybe. Listen, all I know is there was a baby.
Yeah, there's a part where I forget how they get separated enough for this to happen.
Hongo hits a flash kick. They're
right,
like
Hongo hits a flash kick and knocks him away, and there's just this half-formed baby doll on the ground, and they zoom in on it, and then cut to the helicopter. It's really wild.
It's very funny.
But this is where it definitely also turns less into helicopter B-roll and helicopter intentional shooting.
Especially the shot
at
of
the
the
final
explosion.
part. Yeah, that's what I was getting to. Yeah, Kamen Rider gets blown up by the doll and uses it to transform and sail into the air and grab onto the helicopter.
You know, like he does.
Have a little conversation with a mannequin. It looked fine, but yeah, it's kind of tangled.
Just, you can tell.
That's why he's in the suit. and then launches himself off the helicopter for the precision kick.
Yeah.
Which is sick to think about. And yeah, we get this great explosion, like big pyro explosion with lots of smoke.
Yeah.
And it cuts to an aerial shot of the same explosion as it's going into the air.
Mwah. Absolute chef's kiss. Yeah. Beautiful.
Sick stuff. That's how you do it. And then after 81 episodes, we finally bring Pathos back to Kamen Rider for a little bit.
God.
In some real out of context tokusatsu shots of her running along Baywatch running along a beach going Totosa, and then cutting back to this weird tentacle beast and then back to her Totosa. It's beautiful. Truly.
It's wonderful, yeah. It's
the power of love.
Legitimately, yeah. Great bit, but also, yeah, like you said, cannot wait for it to show up on Out of Context Toku.
I'm probably gonna clip that shit.
Hell yeah.
Like, I'll do it myself.
I beg of you.
Oh yeah, Gopher's posting a thing that I've meant to bring up and didn't.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna talk about it because we kind of moved past it, but if you want to go back to it, sure.
Oh, just on the subject of Ishinomori's influence.
I guess, yeah.
You recognized it, so I'll let you.
There is a specific page in the manga that has the same exact like layout of the like Shocker slowly approaching the Soul Kamen Rider. And it has some differences, but I think the overall composition and tone is effectively the same, and I think that was, at this point, probably an intentional reference. I think the timeline works up that way.
I can neither confirm nor deny. Continue.
Yeah. Regardless of it, I think it's an interesting pairing. Because of just like seeing that influence of like, yeah, he likes this shot specifically and will continue to use it. I think that's neat. And you can also kind of see the influences in those fight scenes, like with all this, like, you know, set pieces of weird babies growing into clones. Maybe that's what happened. That's what I think happened with the doll.
With the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the manga as well, it's much more prevalent to do stuff like that, or to have, you know, the monsters really be the set piece of abilities. And I think that was kind of brought to the forefront with the Kaijin here. And I just think that's really neat.
Yeah. This episode was very much boiled down to a very simple concept. Was there's a monster that wants to kill Kamen Rider.
Yeah.
And there was no goofy-ass scheme. There was only Professor Black or Colonel Black or whatever the hell.
General Black.
In a black void. Just saying, kill Kamen Rider. Do it. You suck. You won't. Do it, idiot. And him going, yeah, I'm gonna. It kind of manifested in a weird way with a chase scene. Perhaps not the best. I think this episode is very much in a, like, maybe a bit of a missed potential. Like, it was still a lot of fun to watch and marvel at, but I think this had a lot of missed potential in that its concept was so simple, you could have just had it be about this guy hunting Kamen Rider.
That would have been good.
Like, why wasn't he just trudging forward, knocking out anything that it was in his way to just kill the Kamen Rider?
Get like a Predator setup going, kind of thing.
Yeah, or turn the tables and have him chase Kamen Rider. You know, like you could have had that same exact scene in reverse.
Yeah,
and lead him into that whole thing with all the other guys trying to lasso him up, and then they get knocked together and explode.
And
Great spot.
If
It's a truly
Kamen Rider
wonderful
is,
spot.
if he's chasing Kamen Rider, let's say like that's, essentially after the ad breaks, that would kind of just follow with what we've kind of started to establish with Gel Shocker of putting Kamen Rider on the run and like on the ropes, kind of making it more of.
You could re-edit this exact episode almost to make it like that.
Yeah.
It'd be real good.
Even down, like, because like everything past that first commercial break, like you said, like things are exploding at him. He is running. He gets caught in an encounter with people trying to capture him, and then he goes to a situation where he has to fight the monster one-on-one. I feel like you could just very slightly turn this episode around into a combination of Beast hunting me and innocent life being held hostage by his own situation at the same time.
A lot of options. I think truly, I think at the end of the day, that's kind of what I really love about Kamen Rider is it's kind of so simple in its concept, in that it's just kind of like, hey, here's a hero show about a guy, that there are so many cool different things that you can potentially explore within that. And just like its whole visual setup is so good that whatever you do decide to explore is gonna look fantastic. There are so many different types of plots and scenarios and things that you can, and I'm sure, if have not already, will eventually someday be explored in Kamen Rider, just between what they've made already and what they'll continue to make going into the future. I don't know, it truly, sometimes some of my favorite activity is to just sit around and imagine, like, what if with Kamen Rider? What if they had an episode where they did this? What if they had a Kamen Rider that did that? What if they had a movie or a special where they did this sort of thing? I don't know, there's so much potential in Kamen Rider that I don't know if maybe it feels like it isn't there in other media per se, or if it maybe just other media doesn't capture my attention to think about that sort of stuff in the same way that Kamen Rider does. I truly can't really speak to it, but it's just, I don't know, there's something about Kamen Rider that makes my brain wander in a really fun way.
Truly a good sign that something resonates, especially with you, I think.
Yeah.
What if it was good?
I've had that thought, and I've watched some Kamen Riders and been like, damn, hey, they did it. They did the good thing. Yeah, they made Kamen Rider good. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Didn't think it was possible.
I am fascinated by the series, probably because of its flaws.
Almost assuredly, right?
In a lot of ways. I think it's a lot of fun, but I think, yeah. I've said before, I feel like that's what keeps me here. is seeing them try and seeing if it works.
Yeah.
Per episode.
Don't worry, we will slowly but surely get to good Kamen Rider.
I think this Kamen Rider has moments of being good Kamen Rider. And I hope as we get closer to its finale, they really put all their chips on the table and do some wild shit.
That's certainly the hope. They definitely do some wild stuff in the next episode, for sure.
Jikai crucifixes.
Yeah. So hope
our old friend,
you're ready to get crucified. we're gonna give you a quick break to talk about some ads so you can limber up.
T-posing already.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some Teddy Grahams.
Yeah, we're gonna get some Teddy Grahams. Yeah. And
Teddy Graham.
we will see y'all in a bit as we cover our next episode 58, The Sludge Monster, load the name, Terrifying Killer Smog.
Smoke?
Smoke. See you right after this, y'all.
We hope you've been enjoying the show so far. If you want to see more from us, check out the Twitter, @FirstRidePod. You can also check out the SoundCloud, which is soundcloud.com/first-time-rider. You can also follow us individually on Twitter. KingFats is @KingFats95 with the same Twitch. I, the Magical Whale Gopher, am @WhaleGopher on Twitter and twitch.tv/themagicalwhalegopher. Action Shakespeare can be found on Twitter @thatgalinthehat and on her Twitch, Action Shakespeare. That's ACTN Shakespeare. B-Drops can be found @BDropsArt on Twitter, and on Twitch they can be found twitch.tv/bdrops. Additionally, if you still want more, you can check out Tales of Harbor. It is a tabletop role-playing game featuring B-Drops and Action Shakespeare, along with our editor, Wordsy. You can find them over on Twitter @HarborTales. And you may also use the hashtag to promote the show with a chance to get your name used in it. Lastly, we have a Patreon up, and any support is fantastic, and if you donate at the $5 tier or higher, you will get a shout out, and that includes lovely people like Public Opinion, RP, and Deadoed. Additionally, you can find stickers and note synopses of the episodes and our individual thoughts, and it is a silly time to read through all of that and try to parse together some of our thought processes through the episodes. Honestly, a good time. Without further ado, please enjoy the rest of the show.
Hey everybody, welcome on ding-ol, heckle, ding-ol, heckle, ding-on back.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
the
Boomhauer,
energy.
give me that intro. I'll tell you what, man, we get that Kamen Rider. With a yeah, I'm fucking sludge, man.
I would listen to literally any kind of podcast with Boomhauer in it. I don't care what it's about.
God.
Could be about pod racing for all I care.
Okay, but what if it's about Blitzball?
Oh my lord.
Sure, I don't
We're
care so
talking
long as
about
he is
Blitzball.
speaking.
Holy shit. That would be an experience.
Right?
I'd pay to listen to Boomhauer talk about Blitzball and how bullshit it is.
Or Triple
It
Triad.
fucking sucks. Fucking $175 on the Patreon. $175,000, and we'll find a way to get Boomhauer and Volturo to do a podcast about Blitzball.
Yeah.
Pass the ball, they score. Boy, the energy.
Yeah.
We should talk about Kamen Rider. Specifically, we should talk about Kamen Rider episode 85.
My brain is just too preoccupied with middle-aged gay men, I guess. We're all just on that right now.
Yeah, we're all...
Like Kamen Rider or different ones?
All of them.
Yeah.
Just every single gay man who is...
Every
gay
single
man that's
one.
middle-aged.
You know what?
Pointing directly at you. the general you
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the universe.
The royal
Me,
If you're listening.
After a couple of years, once I finally become middle-aged.
You got a bit.
You know what, B?
I got a bit.
Good for you. Congratulations. I appreciate it.
Oh.
Yeah. Honestly, it's a good energy.
Yeah.
I
Thank
feel
you
like I
for-
should be put down for that, but thank
Absolutely
No.
not. Live your best life.
Live your
you.
best.
Look, I will defend this, as just a few days ago I tweeted out such wonderful, elegant statements as girls, gay brain strong today. So
I remember that. That was a good tweet. That was quality.
Well, that second part is redundant, absolutely, but yes, it is a very good tweet.
yeah, so like if I can do that, you can just think about all the middle-aged gay men that exist in the universe.
They're here for you.
Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
The biggest polycule in existence.
Oh god.
B drops in his thousands of retainers.
My what?
Your retainers.
For your braces.
Yeah.
Yeah, never had braces.
Yeah, keep
Never
your shit
needed
in
them.
line.
I got very lucky, and then I got very unlucky about my weak enamel, but you know, it is what it is. You can't win them all.
Yeah.
Yep. But you can win most of them, and that's what B drops has done.
We could win Kamen Rider, I'm sorry.
We could. No, I don't think we could win that Kamen Rider, but we're gonna fucking try.
Not
We're
with this
going to
episode.
try. Not with this.
See, that still works with the
Teddy
the gay men
Grahams,
thing.
gay men.
Is Teddy Grahams and Gay Man the name of the episode? Because I'm okay with that.
Kamen Rider, Teddy Grahams, and gay men.
Okay, yeah.
That was my favorite. That was my favorite season.
Not to get into too much online discourse, but the sad thing is we might have to reconsider putting gay men in our YouTube title.
Fuck YouTube. What are they gonna do? Cancel us?
Maybe.
They might.
We'll upload somewhere else. We'll make our own YouTube with blackjack and hookers. In fact, fuck the YouTube.
What episode are we on?
We're on episode 85, The Sledge Monster, Terrifying Killer Smog. It originally aired November 11th, 1972. And let me tell you a little something about how it starts. The episode opens as a man attempting to make an escape. That's as much as I had, really. That's about what the episode gives you.
He's a criminal man. He's doing crimes.
Yeah, he's a criminal man. He's doing crimes. He attempts to escape one, but he gets kidnapped by Gelshocker and turned into the kaijin Utsubo Gamasu.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's how you say that.
They show us the ingredients, Iron Chef style. We have a turtle. We have an eel. Slap that shit on.
Slap that shit on him.
And put the glowing brain on for good measure.
Yeah. You always gotta put on a glowing brain. Just like how if you're Chen Kenichi, you always gotta make ice cream.
I want to say, before we fully get into discussion, I think this episode might be bad.
What?
Please go on.
No way!
I think this is a very strange dichotomy of these two episodes of quality.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not gonna hate on this episode too much, but it's not great.
I guess it wasn't unfocused, but it felt unfocused somehow. I don't know. Maybe I was losing focus. I feel like I was going crazy this episode.
I
felt like you were going a little cuckoo bananas.
Something about it made me feel insane, and I don't know what.
I think
this episode's kind of fucking whack, is the thing.
it might have been the scream, the Mora turtle.
Maybe
bellows.
Maybe it's just activating me.
Yeah.
Animal part of my brain, just like ah.
This dude do be screaming.
Anyways, let's go on with the I guess.
So yeah, we done made a turtle eel, and boy, let me tell you, that's some more. I'm a real asshole. Anyway,
they crammed an eel and a turtle into this man. Oh, and a glowing brain, I guess.
And a glowing brain.
What is that?
For what that matters, I don't know, but
this is another good monster design.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'll give him that.
I guess we do see it early enough. We might as well talk about what this motherfucker looked like.
Yeah, we're pretty much at that.
Yeah,
I think as a lead up, prior to the creation of the monster, we do get a shot of just a real eel and a real turtle.
Yeah.
And it's just, I just really am fond of that. I don't know why. That was probably one of my favorite parts of the episode.
No, it was good.
Points at screen. Animals.
Aminals.
Little creatures.
Look, behold the tiny creature.
Creature.
See, confess.
Yeah, I see it. It's pretty fucked up looking, actually.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Yeah, it's in a good way.
It's a good suit.
That's a
This guy's
good monster,
messed
man.
up.
He's messed up in the right way.
Also, like,
he's a broken turtle with a moray face.
Yeah.
Probably
We're kind of back to the half and half again.
Yeah.
But in a good way this
Yeah,
time.
no, it's good.
probably one of the most dynamic suits I think we've had. Like,
yeah, its gimmick is wild.
Yeah, it's, and we'll touch on that more as we get through the synopsis. But they use the turtle to good effect, I think.
Yeah.
And just like, this man looks like a Slim Jim eel.
God,
It's kind of what they end up looking like.
Yeah.
Meaty ribs.
Yeah, which
It's been a minute since I've had some eel.
I'm not dealing a bit, yeah.
I miss my sushi place.
Oh, so
Same.
hungry for
I want
Damn
some
it.
goddamn unagi.
you have just reminded me that yet again I want real ramen.
Mm.
I'll have to get that later.
We're going to talk about food again. Oh no!
Yeah, that's-
Please pay us so we can get good food.
Plus.
please pay my guy Steve so he can open his business again.
Oh.
I want him back. But yeah, so we got we got a whole turtle shell on his back.
Yep.
We got eel head with a big ol' fin pompadour, not pompadour, but like a big old fin mohawk thing going on.
Yeah.
And then his frontal bit has half of a kind of going diagonally, half of a turtle stomach,
Mm.
and then a turtle guipa, and then the other half is eel grossness,
Yeah.
gnarly skin.
Old pastrami looking ass.
It
Yeah.
just looks like so textured. It's really
Mhm.
good. Like the legs look like you just threw a piece of meat on the grill.
Mm-hmm.
Yummy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this dude looks tasty.
Yeah.
He really does.
But
Crack him open.
I'm not used to people agreeing with me on this. This is great.
No, he's looking real edible.
no,
Listen, I don't disagree when you get hungry for the crab. I'm just not as hungry as you.
Fill the tub with butter. It's time.
Yeah, see, I don't really fuck with crab that much, so B, that's all you. Go nuts.
See,
Well,
you can fill this turtle shell with butter and then roast the eel inside of it.
Oh,
God.
oh.
That'd be so good.
That sounds
The
delicious.
options. Stew him in himself.
Yeah.
That's some like gourmet cooking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
However, what's not gourmet is his rank and shocker because he doesn't even have a belt.
No, you don't have room
Beltless.
for one.
Yeah.
His shell can't accommodate
Yeah.
it.
You need to wear it like Andre, you know? Like,
You know,
you gotta wear it over the shoulder.
I think that would have been cool. Or if like,
Just carrying around a belt.
yeah. Or just like you get to a point where you just like staple the belt onto the gaijin, you know?
Fucking bobby pins.
And it's, I don't know, I think it's interesting because with Gelshocker we've had the belt getting a little smaller and kind of a bit more in the background of the design. Like it's a highlight because it's like a really bright red, but it's not a lot of their suit anymore, and they're, they've been covered up a little bit so far. But this is the first Gelshocker Gaijin that just doesn't have the belt. And
Yeah.
Conspicuously missing now that you mention it, and I can't unsee it.
like there are a few, like the amoeba guy didn't have a belt, but it's not very uncommon, or it's not very common. Oh, I guess actually Krabat didn't have a belt because he had his whole deal.
Dig it all out.
Oh yeah, he sure did, didn't he?
But would it make it worse if he was wearing one? Because then it would be as if it were strapped to his person. Never mind.
Nice
I
and
regretted
close.
that instantly.
Nice and tight.
Oh, Crabbat, you fucking suck.
Yeah,
I am engulfed in remorse.
Tighter.
That's not even like the most remorseful thing you've said like in the past 2 weeks, I'm sure.
Oh God, I must be forgetting something.
Sounds like I was gonna say that sounds like a challenge.
Oh goodness.
Speaking of challenges, I challenge you, viewer, if you have not watched the episode yet for some reason, if you're one of those people that we made up in our heads
Yeah.
that doesn't watch the episodes and instead listens to us first. What do you think this guy's power is?
Vote now
Take
on
a
your
guess.
phones.
He's an eel and a turtle.
Yeah, what would an eel turtle do?
My guess is probably like fire.
For once, I would have been acceptable.
Yeah.
You know,
Anyways,
Well,
he produces a terrible smog
Yeah.
from sludge in his body.
He
Yeah.
basically just get real bad burps.
What
Yeah,
is it?
have you ever eaten a sandwich with a lot of onions on it? You too have become fucking Utsubo Gamasu. Just, stank up a place.
Stank up a place after a bad meal.
Let's talk about his ability to stank up a place, shall we? Because
Yeah.
old General Black, he has him test his killer smog, but it fails to kill anyone. So, like, hey, good job, asshole. And this is the first moment of characterization that only specifically this guy has that I really like. Because Utsubo Gamasu says it is because he needs more powerful sludge, which General Black admits that Gelshocker is unable to produce.
You know, we're pretty evil, but we don't make that rank of stuff. You
Yeah.
need some real bad stuff.
But he says that they can get it from a researcher at the pollution center. Utsubo Gamasu kidnaps the man and it is revealed that he is a friend of Hongo's.
Uh-huh.
With the scientist Ozaki's help, they finish the
Okazaki.
sludge, which Utsubo Gamasu then tests on an apartment complex, killing everyone inside.
This initial kidnapping, we get a display of his other ability.
Yeah, his other really fucked up ability, but I did
His fucked up nightmare ability.
I did want to just take a brief sojourn. That I made a note about this in my actual notes, but especially because this is the first kaijin I can think of that's ever pulled this kind of shit. I love the fact that this monster is just a real asshole, specifically to the people he works for.
Your
He
sludge
fucking-
is too cringe.
Yeah, he busts in and General Black's like, yo, what the shit was that? And he was like, your sludge is fucking weak, dog.
I
Get
see
better
that.
shit. This is nothing. This is bullshit. Fuck you.
This man is the embodiment of that screenshot from like Pokemon Emerald with those like Battle Frontier trainers. One that just says, I swallow sludge to transform myself.
Very true.
Incredibly true. He does swallow sludge to transform himself.
That's him.
He's
But yeah. He wants sludge specifically as bad as that thing from the news 2 years ago.
Yeah. You remember that thing that happened in the news 2 years ago? You were
Yeah.
around in 1970.
70?
Yeah, 1970.
Yeah.
You were there for that.
I guess there was something very relevant about a certain toxin pollution that happened. And they felt like using that as their inspiration for this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of neat. Like, it's like, oh yeah, you're like ripping from some current events of the 70s. Back when we were getting maybe a little more aware of pollution
Yeah.
in our oceans and shit.
Which is why this guy vapes trash.
This is why he blows fucking hot Cheeto dust on people.
Yeah.
This
But yeah, his other power is he is Dynamite Heady. he just takes his head off and chucks it at people like a boomerang.
It's fucked up.
It's fucked up. You see his innards.
Yeah, it's
Love it.
really fucked up that he can just do that.
I made what I think is quite obvious comparison.
Yeah.
That out of like if Kamen Rider was a fighting game roster, he would be.
Oh yeah, he's Misfortune.
Yeah, he's Misfortune equivalent.
I knew I was forgetting. So I was like, I know there's someone who does this.
You know,
in something contemporary.
It's like the
my
first
brain
thing I
went
saw.
to Tekken first, and
little.
Elisa,
So
because she does
God,
the
yes,
same thing.
because she can super do that. Yeah.
Yep.
So this man teleports to like 2014 when Skullgirls gets released. I don't remember when it
Calls gimmick infringement.
I think it was a little earlier than that, but continue.
Yeah.
Steals Misfortune's thing, and it's like, okay, now that I've got something that's completely new, I'm just gonna be able to steal Hedora's bit because we're both from Toho, both like 6 months apart, both creating Smog.
Damn, I didn't know Zune made this guy.
So it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I made the Gamera comparison, and now he's kind of like a Godzilla.
Well, he do be a little bit of a Gamera is the thing.
We do, but also like I feel like they, given the release structure of Hedora releasing just that like months ago, kind of thing.
They were priming the audience.
Yeah, they kind of like already did that.
They were like trash vape evil, slime monster bad. It was subliminal advertising. So yeah, they go to the pollution center, you know, the place where they learned how to fight pollution and pollutants in the ocean. And they go, hey, give us some fucking pollutants.
Damn it, how'd they know?
They know I was hiding my secret stash of pollutants here. Where it is randomly revealed that this one specific scientist that they are going after, my man Ozaki, also just so happens... Is it Okazaki?
Yeah.
Cool.
Gee, I wonder why Shakes remembers the name.
What Read or Die character are they named after?
It's the main character. No, main character of Clannad, actually. But
oh, right.
Granted, I can only call that out because I am in a similar boat.
You thought it as well, didn't you? They say it so like weirdly prominently.
They do say his name a lot compared to. I don't know if they're learning a lesson or whatever, but they say his name a lot compared to random one-off characters in these episodes.
True.
Tend to be like there are so many instances where we'll watch a whole episode and be like, "Wait, did they ever say that person's name?"
Yeah,
they say it once an episode and just hope you remember for the rest. It doesn't matter that much. It only matters to us trying to summarize it and write it down.
Yeah. So anyway, when you're reading this or listening to this later after you've already read the synopsis and you wonder why the fuck it says Ozaki throughout the whole thing, even though his name is Okazaki, that's why. It's because I didn't fucking know. I am what you might refer to as stupid, and that's okay.
No. I mean, Shakes and I just have very particular brain rot. I excuse you.
Yeah, it's a very specific brain rot.
Surprisingly different for each of us.
I know. It's different angles, but very specific.
Looks at the Clannad CDs that I still haven't watched, despite meaning to get to a rewatch from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Time to be sad.
Enjoy that box.
Yeah.
Enjoy quotations.
Oh man, no, I'm not gonna get on a Clannad tangent.
We don't have 7 hours.
We don't. We don't have 5 days.
Okazaki's favorite Teddy Graham.
You can't.
He likes chocolate.
It's chocolate and it's the whole arc.
So
I'm gonna have to fight Okazaki anyway.
So this guy Dynamite Headies, or Misfortunes, or those robots from Super Mario Land for the Game Boy.
Take your pick.
Take your pick. I keep thinking of that robot. I love him. Anyways, and they take that sludge. They make their concoction, and it goes,
They make that
"Whoa,
good shit.
that's good sludge."
Yeah.
And then they go to smoke a gas line.
Yeah. And then he chokes, and then he bong rips a whole apartment. He goes, yo guys, watch this.
I do think it's amusing
Or
how in virtually it felt like many of the shots of the people who died, they must have been killed at a very specific time or something, because they were all couples and they were all making dinner.
Yeah, it was dinner time.
Yeah.
Everybody's
What time was it dinner time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 o'clock on the dot.
I'm glad that the weed metaphors prevailed throughout the rest of the episode, because I entirely forgot that after calling his initial attack Flamin' Hot Cheeto Breath, my very next note in my set of notes is the sludge you roll is mid.
Yeah,
Y'all roll
God.
mid sludge. I need that dank shit. I need that sticky icky.
that sludge do
Christ.
go loud, Dr. Mr. Ecker.
Christ.
Need that
Decker.
Snoop
My
Dogg
note-
sludge.
My note for the entire apartment complex getting obliterated was this whole complex ready for September.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Shouldn't have smoked that shit for real. Now I'm skeleton.
Yeah. Now I'm stuck in the skeleton apartment.
It for some reason it is explicitly stated later that you still have to breathe it in for this effect, but that shit dude just turned you to a skeleton.
Yeah.
Melts you from the inside, I guess.
Sure, why
I
not?
guess so. There's no better explanation, and we're not going to get one.
No, we're gonna fight this turtle.
Yeah, no. Well, of course
Gotta
we're gonna
fight
fight
the
the turtle.
turtle.
Where the hell was I in the Spookoxus?
I think we were
You got
about
to the skeletons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they finished they kill everybody inside the apartment poplets.
I do want to mention just one thing. Like, this is very brief, but I don't know if I really gave Fujioka credit for it, but I think, like, the face acting on Hongo has been real good recently.
It has
Like, he's
been.
making some faces. I'm with it.
He's making some faces. Speaking of things on Hongo that have been real good, I meant to say something about this last episode, because I had a note about it, but fucking Hongo's sporting the action hero fit for these 2 episodes, and I'm about it.
The leather.
The leather,
I did have
yeah,
a
the pink
note
shirt, the
in the
gold
last
chain,
episode. Yeah.
and the hair.
Yeah.
Ooh wee,
Rebel without a cause, man.
he really does. Yeah, it was a good look. Hongo looking fly as fuck as always,
God bless.
ready to grip it and rip it at a moment's notice.
Always.
You know Hongo.
It being your throat.
Yeah.
Oh?
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, now we're back on board.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Figured-
Everybody's skeletons.
Yeah, everybody got turned into skeletons, and that's how you know this is that dank shit.
Yeah, really. Yeah, we get the little like outside view of like the apartment complex. They built a little model of it so they could fill it with smoke in every window.
It's very
It's great.
good. Yeah. Let's go through the rest of this skin boxes.
Yeah.
Back at the kids' core, a report about the apartment comes in, but before Taki and Hongo can investigate, they are called by Okazaki and told that he is being kept at a nearby broadcast tower. Hongo and Taki head to the scene and are attacked by Gel Shocker. Rider faces off with Utsubo Gamatsu, but he's able to get away. Okazaki, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okazaki says he knows a way into Shocker space, but is revealed that it was a trap for the 3. Rider is able to rescue the men, and they take Okazaki back to Hongo's home.
Man, speaking of good face acting,
Yeah.
Okazaki.
Okazaki
And
is
his
making
heel
some
turns.
faces. Yeah.
Yeah. Come right inside, Rider. You've fallen into my trap. I'm going to hit you with this rebar.
I did appreciate them being like, where is it? Where's the entrance to Shocker's base? And he's like, oh, this is it. This is your grave. And then the little trapdoor opens.
Yeah. To which Shocker is like, great, you got him in a hole. Now we don't need this guy ever again.
Yeah, now we're gonna
this
smoke
guy
him
who
out.
was making you the sludge.
Listen, they got enough.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's fine. We got it. It's
They
great.
only needed one tub of vape juice.
And Hongo uses a rider punch to kill a wall, which I think should count. But he
Sure.
makes a very tiny hole that they proceed to jump through.
Yeah.
Which I can only assume meant they actually turned into action figures.
Yeah, it's Super Mario
And
style,
that wasn't
baby.
just a special effect. They shrunk and then reemerged as full grown adults. And it's so funny because they like keep disposing of him and then they take him back to the apartment and you're getting to this in the synopsis, but like fucking surprise they get in another fight and he betrays them again because he has a mind control chip in him.
Yeah, he got the brain
To which
chip.
they instantly go, all right, he did his job again. Time to dispose of him.
Put him back in the trash, boys.
Like, I think he's proven some further use.
Yeah, he made
Keep
the
him at the ready.
sludge. He betrayed Kamen Rider not once but twice successfully.
You can, like, yeah, once you kill Kamen Rider, you could just figure out when you want to kill him on your own.
Yeah, who's
just
gonna
saying.
stop you? Kamen
You're
Rider.
motivating him. You're motivating Kamen Rider a little too much.
Yeah. Also, I feel like I'd be remiss not to mention that since it gets brought up ever so slightly in our trap hole plot to kill Kamen Rider and his friends, we get two different instances of stealing Utsubogamasu is going to vape on you, and they're good shots.
Yeah.
Just the head poking in from the hole. Makes me
We
think
also
of
get-
Judoka Taishi.
We also get a second instance of what's his face? Eel Turtle. I don't know. I can never remember his actual name. Showing some attitude towards his bosses.
Yeah.
When they initially get away, he's just like, fuck man, get out of my way. He just shoves like two mooks and sends them flying.
Yeah. I think that's
His little
that's
tantrum.
around about the part where I actually wrote down the note about his attitude and how I'm a fan of it.
Due to the dude.
He's a bad enough dude to save the president, but he won't.
He's gonna smoke him out
Yeah.
instead.
He's gonna hotbox the whip. So yeah, they take Okazaki back to Hongo's home. Meanwhile, Gelshocker reveals they have implanted a way to track Okazaki. They attack the trio, but during the fight, Okazaki betrays Hongo and Taki again. Gelshocker has the three men crucified, but Hongo escapes and faces off against Eel Turtle Man Vape Machine 5000, eventually defeating him with a rider kick.
It's
That's
Fuck it, I'm using the name I made for him in the fucking notes I did. From now on, he will be known as Tocohontas.
Pocahontas?
Tocohontas.
Pocahontas.
Oh.
I just call him Eel Turtle.
The Eel Turtle probably also works.
I'm pretty sure I just misspelled the real name. It's fine.
So we get some classic crucifixions.
Some classic crucifixions.
And then a completely unexplained escape as he blows smoke on Hongo, and he disappears in the smoke, and he's on a hill like 5 miles away.
Listen, a good magician never reveals the secrets.
Yeah, he went through the trapdoor. I've seen magicians' secrets revealed.
Jeez.
That shit. One of the most bullshit television shows.
Yeah, really, what the fuck? How many magicians do you think heard about that shit when we're like, fucking excuse me, hello?
No, like, okay, so I think there's two of them, and I remember the one I saw was one of the, like, it wasn't even actual magic tricks revealed, it was a bunch of bullshit that you could only do on TV.
Nice.
It was
Nice.
incredible how not magician's tricks they were.
But Shakes, it's movie magic.
I
That-
kill.
I think they literally said the magic of television.
God damn it.
Yeah, it fucking sucked. It was the dumbest thing I've ever
It's
seen.
just...
And I'm pretty sure those are the same people who made the video that's like, the secrets of pro wrestling revealed. Did you know it's fake? It's like,
Yes, we knew it was fake, you fucking dicks.
in which they do explain like fundamentals of certain things in pro wrestling, but it's just like, yeah, that's how it works. But they're trying to like phrase it as if this is like a big
gotcha
lie being being the wool pulled over. It's like, yeah, sure, okay.
I, for one,
And
thought wrestling was real. And
those
I'll
guys
go
hate
for
each
it.
other.
I'm so sorry.
yeah,
Sergeant
so
Sergeant
devastating.
Slaughter defected to Iraq. That was real. And Hulk Hogan had to beat him
Yeah,
for America.
Fuck Hulk Hogan. Hey, there you go.
And,
There's
like-
something about
Well-
wrestling that's real. Fuck Hulk Hogan.
No, yeah, that's that's not fake.
Literally any
He's just a bad
opportunity that
person.
you can. Fuck Hulk Hogan. What a piece of shit.
Fuck the Hulk Hogan. Break his back,
Yeah.
make us humble.
Make him homeless.
The fight scenes make him homeless. Fingers crossed. Like the charge podcast. This fight scene's fun
Yeah.
though because he intentionally decapitated
Yeah,
him.
Hongo takes a sword. He takes one of our toy swords from a shocker mook, and he's like, round start decapitation. Bet you can't vape at me now, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Well, we can
And
do
to which
something
this
else.
dude's response is like, "Oh, you think you're hot shit just because I don't have a head now? Come over here, I'll bust that ass."
Like, it's extra great because he decapitates him, takes the head and like hucks it like a bowling ball into some mooks and it blows up separately.
And then this man just walks around for the rest of the fight headless. He just
Yeah.
does it. He's like, I don't even
He
need
gets-
to pretend to give a shit. Fuck you.
He goes full Bowser up the Gamera mode.
Yeah.
He just tucks himself into his body and just starts spinning around and chucking his body at places.
Just sometimes you gotta eat yourself.
It's a fun little series of attacks because they sell the weight of and power of it
Mhm.
pretty well with like because he knocks into a tree and they make a little explosion and they actually knock the tree
Yeah.
down. And a really slick cut where he lands in shell form just below camera and immediately pops up with his legs
Yeah.
again.
It's good. It's a
Mhm.
very good
This was-
transition.
Like they got that down to us
Yeah.
to the frame.
this is, what I was saying of this dynamic suit. It's just, they use it to pretty much the full effect of what I would expect them to, and it's just... Or I say them, but I really mean, like, a show
Mhm.
that knows what they're doing.
the collective production
Yeah.
crew.
Yeah. So it's just really nice. And it's just like these fights are mixing it up from the rest of the series, and it's just so fun to see. Oh,
Yeah, this was
It is.
this was a good little fight scene. Actually, thinking back on it, I know we were kind of dunking on this episode, like in the beginning, but this one was fun. I had a good time.
yeah. No, like it's like Murray Ertl, or however they pronounce it, or however it's pronounced. They definitely carries the episode.
Yeah,
Which is like, for
Mm.
Monster of the Week thing, that's fantastic.
yeah. You want your monster to
Like-
carry your episode.
Yeah. Well, your monster is
Yeah.
the highlight of this 20 set of 20 minutes. That's amazing.
With his stank ass breath.
Could use an
Could
Altoid.
use a
Yeah, a
couple
little bit.
Altoids.
No, I need
Yeah.
sludge.
I only drink sludge.
More sludge.
Bro, your dentist bill is going to be way too expensive.
Yeah.
He goes to the dentist
Yeah, that's
ever.
Yes.
detrimental to his ability to breathe sludge.
Dent
Um,
isn't.
yeah, there's plenty of compliments to give this episode. I still it's another case of like I don't know if this was good, but I
Yeah.
had fun. And the cherry on top of that sentiment, I think, is the incredibly rushed ending of once again we have killed them all. Oh, also the explosion, pretty good, real chunky. They blew up some plaster,
Yeah.
on a model and then made it burst into flames.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
Yeah, I can hang with that.
Yeah, like I don't know really how they do it, but I wish they used like a red plaster base. But
That'd be good.
I'll take
Yeah,
what
right?
I can get.
Some real meaty chunks.
Yeah, like because then you can just take it and put it back into the shell.
Grill it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they really wrap this up by just being like, "Oh man, he had a chip in his brain that controlled him."
We can do surgery on that.
Well, yeah, it's cool. We can do surgery and take it out. Great.
Next time on
Writing
Thunder.
off in credits. Yeah. Clip of Hongo on a motorcycle, roll credits. Like, we don't want to shoot one more scene, actually.
People
in a different location. We're done. He'll be okay, folks. Don't worry. He'll get the help he needs.
The director was like, we got it in us for one more scene, and the cast and crew collectively said no. And he was like, understandable, have a nice day. And I respect that. Speaking of raps, I think that's just about a wrap on us, unless folks got things they want to say.
Oh man, I gotta have raps right about now.
All right, let me double check my notes. I know that my notes are a little bit more sparse. This
If
episode.
anybody has more stuff they want to say about Teddy Grams, now's the time.
Oh wow!
Final Teddy Grams
Speak
judgments.
now or forever hold your peace.
What kind of Teddy Grams does Taki have?
I truly did not expect the Teddy Grams to carry all the way through the episode. And just full discretion, I don't recall if we mentioned it in the actual recording, but we were talking about Teddy Grams before
It's
the
a Teddy
recording.
Grams kind of day.
Yeah.
And also, I guess since we mentioned it now, it's not just like 5 minutes of Teddy Grams talk. That was probably 15.
Yeah, we were talking about Teddy Grams for a bit.
Yeah, we thought we got it out of our system.
No.
Nah.
I
didn't
you fucked
for a
me up
second.
big time.
My first note, if you are on the Patreon, and I guess for free, since I'm going to say it in the recording now, hey, eat some Teddy Grams.
Eat some Teddy Grams, y'all.
Even before the episode starts.
Tell us your favorite flavor also.
Or your 3 least favorite flavors. That shall also suffice.
Yeah, that also. We'll figure it out.
As long as they are the ones that are still in production based on, what was it, viewteddygrams.com or something?
Go to the Teddy Grams official website.
You go to their website, my firewall says it's bad, so I didn't go.
So, I don't know. Maybe don't trust that as...
It's...
use your discretion, gamer.
It says verified by a service company, so that means very little. But it also says protections for Teddy Grams. Browse without being followed.
That's
That's incredibly
so
sus,
suspicious.
is the thing.
Why would they say
Fucking look
that?
over your shoulder, you see the little Teddy Gram.
Enhanced tracking protection is on for this site. Thank you, Firefox.
Thank you, Firefox.
Thank you, Firefox.
These are direct quotes from Firefox's little thing when I click the shield. God.
So, you know, watch out.
Be careful.
Maybe just buy some Teddy Grams. See what's at your store and tell us.
This teddy bear CGI is like the Charmin bear.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing, and I don't like it.
Well, what do you think they poop?
The dumb but Teddy Grams. They got so much fiber in the diet.
Yeah. They be in the Teddy Grams. with
oh my god.
With the browns.
Yeah, the filling. The Teddy soft bakes. What horrible
I'm
name.
With my boy.
Teddy Soft Bakes.
Yeah, the
You
El
got
Turtle.
the brown
Soft
filling or the
baked and
cream filling.
filled on a Friday night.
Jesus.
Oh shit!
Soft baked filled snacks is a phrase that will live rent free in my brain, I think.
I'm a soft baked filled snack. I'll tell you that much right now.
Teddy Grahams, they're a wholesome and delicious option.
Teddy Grahams are neither wholesome nor delicious because they're bears, and that in and of itself has a very specific connotation.
Yeah,
I
especially
love
when
them.
Yeah,
they're
I
so
mean, I
cute.
also love bears.
Oh,
Twink, B.
Them do little jumping jacks.
I think
I should take us out of here.
we need to go.
We're going cuckoo bananas over here, which means it's the end of the episode. We hope that you
You
enjoyed.
could put Teddy Grahams at 0.
We hope you had a good week. We hope you have a good weekend. You know all of the shit at this point. You know where to find us. You know how to support us. Check out the Patreon. I'm gonna keep saying it. We are getting closer and closer to the end of the series, so get ready to join. Get ready to suggest your favorite Kamen Rider. Get ready to vote for what Kamen Rider we watch next. Do we want to talk about what we're probably gonna do for the final episode now? Because I think we've officially pulled the trigger on that. So maybe just
as it stands, we are gonna attempt to do something special for the final
all right.
episode.
I'll accept that.
Yeah.
More information
It-
later on in
yeah.
the future.
Yeah, it's a little too far off to say anything.
That's fair. That's entirely fair. But yeah,
It's only 6 more episodes after this, which is...
Yeah. 3 months.
I mean, it's 3 months, but that's 6 episodes.
it's
And I'm just like...
Yeah.
the problem is with the way our recording
Wow.
structure works. It's gonna come sooner than you think.
Probably more than 3 months.
The point is, we're gonna be
It's,
doing something special, so keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm sure we will be making announcements and stuff about it, both on the Patreon and the Twitter. Until then, you know us. Next time, episode 41, we're gonna be watching episodes 86 and 87. That's the Monster Washi Kamagulis.
Yeah,
Grab by the Gabagoolies. What the hell is it? Because, this is Guilli. Yeah.
Gabagoolies.
Monster Washi
Gabagoolies?
Kamagulis, Human Hunt, and Gel Shocker Delivery Man of Death.
Yeah!
Hell
Straight
yeah,
to my
express
door.
delivery,
Wow.
baby. Those are episodes
I know.
86 and 86 and 87 that we are going to be watching next time. As always, like I said, you know where to find us, you know where to support us, you know where to find Tales of Harbor and support them as well. Until then, have a good night, have a great weekend. Hope you enjoyed this one. Sorry for being weird. No, we're not. Never mind. Fuck that. I'm walking that one immediately back. We're not sorry for being weird. We love being weird. And we love that you are willing to listen to us be weird. Thank you very much. And remember, as always, if you can't believe in God and you can't believe in Buddha, you can always believe.
And you can't believe in Teddy
Grahams.
You can't believe in Teddy Grahams?
This is a if. If you can't believe in God, and
Okay.
if you can't believe in Buddha, and if you can't believe in Teddy Grahams, you can always believe in Kamen Rider.